Join me as I share the top life lessons I've learned the hard way, so you can avoid my mistakes. Throughout my life, I've had my fair share of ups and downs, and I've learned some valuable lessons along the way. These lessons didn't come easily, though. I had to learn them the hard way, through personal experiences and mistakes. But I believe that's what makes them so valuable, and that's why I want to share them with you today. One of the biggest challenges I faced was trying to please everyone around me. I thought that if I could just make everyone happy, I'd be happy too. But it didn't take long for me to realize that was impossible. I was spreading myself too thin, trying to meet everyone's expectations, and ended up feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. It was a tough lesson to learn, but I finally realized that I had to prioritize my own happiness and well-being above all else. Another challenge I faced was perfectionism. I had this idea that if I could just make everything perfect, I'd be successful and happy. But the pursuit of perfection is a never-ending one, and it led to anxiety and burnout. It took me a while to understand that good enough is, well, good enough, and that it's okay to make mistakes. I also struggled with fear of failure. I was so afraid of taking risks and trying new things because I was scared of failing. But I realized that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow, and it's what you do after you fail that matters. Lastly, I had to learn to take care of my physical and mental health. I took my health for granted and ended up paying the price. I had to learn to prioritize self-care, exercise regularly, and eat a balanced diet. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. One of the most important lessons I've learned is the importance of self-awareness. When I started paying attention to my thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, I realized that I had the power to change them. I could choose how I reacted to situations, and that was incredibly empowering. I learned to recognize my strengths and weaknesses, and to work on improving myself. Another valuable lesson I've learned is the power of gratitude. When I started focusing on what I'm grateful for, instead of what's lacking, my whole perspective changed. I realized that I already have so much to be thankful for, and that shifted my focus from what's negative to what's positive. I've also learned the importance of setting boundaries. I used to say yes to every request that came my way, even if it meant sacrificing my own time and energy. But I realized that setting boundaries is not selfish, it's necessary. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to prioritize my own needs. One of the most impactful lessons I've learned is the importance of living in the present moment. I used to spend so much time worrying about the future or regretting the past, but that was taking me away from the present. When I started focusing on the here and now, I felt more grounded and at peace. I realized that the present moment is all we have, and that's what truly matters. There was one defining moment that changed my perspective on life. I was going through a tough time, and I felt like I'd hit rock bottom. But in that moment, I realized that I had two choices. I could let my circumstances define me, or I could use them as an opportunity to grow and learn. I chose the latter, and that's when everything shifted. Today, I want to share these lessons with you, so you can avoid making the same mistakes I did. Life is precious, and it's short. Don't waste your time making the same mistakes I did, learn from them instead. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment below with your own life lessons, I'd love to hear them. And if you want more content like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel.